Thank you, Mo, for that exquisite information. I'm live here with Moshe Eisenberg and Captain Nathan Reber.
This is really exciting. I get an opportunity to interview a captain who not only his last name sounds like Bieber. I feel like persuading Merkin with a little bit of money is like the common theme here.
Or a little money is.
If you're watching us live, we appreciate you as we're going through the challenges and getting this set up, ideally before game time.
Okay. Well, this is great. We're live, and we're talking with Nathan Bieber. I'm sorry, Reber. I keep getting that mixed up. You look so much like Justin Bieber. It's shocking. We were talking before I realized that our microphones weren't working, that you actually have a team made up of a certain demographic of people. Can you tell us about that?
So I have a team made up of only Syrians, but I am the only Ashkenaz on the team, and I happen to be the captain.
Wow, that's great. So did you pull the short straw? How did that work?
They wouldn't really listen to one another, so they needed somebody, a little bit outside the wire to kind of keep them in place.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, like I said before, my understanding is that in Syria, in the deserts of Syria, ice hockey was probably a very popular sport, and so I'm sure they're very, very good.
Definitely played ice hockey on the sands of Syria.
Right. And are you someone that has come to the tournaments in other cities?
Yeah, so I actually travel to all the tournaments. I go to the Florida tournament. I'm actually here in the Chicago tournament right now, having a great time, playing on Team Monarch this year again. Hopefully we'll win it again this year. I travel to all the tournaments.
But your Syrian guys are not here.
Actually, one of my players did come with me this year, and he's playing on my team.
Okay, so you're on the Monarch team. Monarch, as you know, has a three-peat going, looking for a four-peat. And because of that, there's been a lot of discussion in the last year about how they're going to put a squash to that. And I'm sure you've heard that people are not really excited about Monarch winning a fourth. There seems to be a buzz in the air about whatever it is, we have to take Monarch down. Are you feeling that?
Definitely feeling it, but I think Monarch's going to come back again this year. Absolutely.
Yeah, there's a really good chance. I mean, they're a good team. And the bottom line is when you're coming all this way from Brooklyn, or as you call it, Brooklyn, you got to say it. How do you say it? Brooklyn, yeah, Brooklyn. Okay, Brooklyn, yeah. I'm coming in from Brooklyn, yeah. No sleep till Brooklyn. Yeah, I know that one. All right, so when you're coming in from Brooklyn, it's a lot of excitement going on. No, you have any questions for our Brooklyn captain?
Daniel, are we aware of how many Daniels brothers are on this team?
There are currently 3.
3 Daniels brothers and the dad, and Mike.
That's correct.
That's amazing. And how many players are on a hockey team? That's something I have not been able to find out.
On the ice at any point, there are 5.
There are 5. So you could actually have a team of 4 Daniels and another dude.
If you're just joining us, you've missed an excellent broadcast. If you have been listening the whole time, it just hasn't been broadcasted to you.
Dare I say it was probably the 2 most exciting games so far with the best broadcasting we've ever heard.
I mean, I got a text message from Shaq asking if we can come on to the TNT.
Appearing also beat the back-to-back champions Monarch in their first game. So this game here means a lot.
I played on Monarch, as you mentioned before, a few years back, and luckily I was able to get my name scribbled on that trophy, hoisted up in the air. There's some great pictures there. I'm happy to sign autographs for anyone that comes up to the player booth. But I will tell you that when you're thinking about playing, the only thing on your mind is getting that biscuit in the oven. It will progress as the games continue. In my personal situation, it regressed, but in others, it progresses. They get better. They get more motivated. They're ready to rock.
With an opportunity, Kagan led by Captain Shlomo Daniels. This is the first ever matchup of 2 Shlomo captains.
It's interesting when you think of me Shlomo at Shlomo, low competition Shlomo, and here we are, a Shlomo v. Shlomo matchup. It's exciting. Nathan Lerman, who of course is playing for Hyperion, he's on 81. 81, which represents Marian Hossa, who actually, that's why he picked that number. Marian Hossa was a Blackhawk. He's from originally from South Bend. One of the things he likes to do best is avoid chullins.
That's some good advice.
Right, you are as
finally there it is.
Krakow.
I've been waiting all day for that.
Took 2 games to get that out of you.
Seriously, I wasn't going to say anything.
Opportunity there.
You're talking about avoiding chullin is somebody's principle. Hatala is there should the chullin actually be a problem for you.
Super helpful having 5 number 23s on the roster. That goal was actually by Noam Kurz.
Let me interrupt you for 1 second. I'm sorry. I just got Saul Radner just came off the line. Saul, it's great to see you, man. You're really hitting the shots. This is unbelievable. What's the strategy here? You guys are keeping it close.
Well, the strategy is very simple. We got to slow down Shlomo and Ari Daniels. We got to make somebody else beat us. That's all there is to it. We're crowding him. We're putting 2-3 guys on him. Kind of reminds me of the Detroit Pistons and the Jordan rules. What we got to do to stop their main players, make somebody else beat us.
Yeah, I like it. And, unlike Utah, please don't poison them with pizza. But that's good. All right, I'm here with Mike Daniels. Mike, oh, God, he's hugging me. He's so gross.
Thank you, Noah, for bringing us those live in-game interviews that you only get here in the live stream.
Not a problem, but that was Mo, not Noah. Daniel and I just met each other this morning. Actually, Daniel, you and I met, I want to say 22, 24 years ago.
Math checks out. Yeah, I don't know why. The Mo Noah name is difficult for me.
Well, there's a lot of things that are difficult to you. Mo and I go back our whole lives. We've known each other since the birth, that event. Respectively. We're not twins.
You guys want to hear some interesting stuff that I just heard?
Absolutely, we do.
Fair enough.
Daniels controls. Kagan trying to... Mo.
Yeah.
Did you recently hear anything interesting down on the sideline?
There seems to be some discrepancy by one fan versus everyone else in this building. One fan claims he has 3 goals on video from Kagan, while everyone else, including the scorers and the referees, think he's wrong.
Daniel, tell us what's going on right now.
These guys are skating around the ice, holding the stick, chasing after a little black, I believe it's called the puck, and trying to get it into the net.
If hangovers are no fun, but you can make them a little bit more bearable by utilizing the service of Eisenkorp Hangover Heaven Bus. Eisenkorp's involved in many things. One of the other things they're involved in is professional potty training. Don't want to potty train your kids by yourself? You can hire a professional for that.
Outsource it. I heard that, Mo. Cracking one open.
If there's a will, there's a way.
He will now get 2 minutes in the penalty box.
Can you explain to us, Daniel, how the penalty box works and what is a penalty? And also, why does it have to be a box?
When you commit an illegal action on the ice rink, you get sent to the box, otherwise known as the box of shame.
Noah, you have a box of shame in your house, don't you?
We just call that my house.
If you ever wondered what it's like to take part of the Iditarod or similar dog sledding competitions, you're in luck. Eisenkorp Dog Kennel and others like it lets you take your dogs out and feel dog sledding. Eisenkorp Dog Sledding, it's about time. This would be a big boost of confidence for Hyperion, who in their first game needed a big boost of confidence.
Right, you are.
Maishi Nissenbaum, it is great to see you. Maishi, what are your dreams and hopes for the for this RCCS tournament in next year? Well said. Okay. Maishi, thanks a lot for joining us. Always eloquent in every way.
You know, this is might be a hot take. We had interviewed Jake Glass on Kagan, and one of the things that he says he loves, get this, pizza.
Yeah.
Ari Daniels tries to get it past him.
Ooh, he's landed on his tailbone.
Sails high and goes down hard on the ice. Ari Daniels is down.
Ari
Moving
Daniels
around.
is down, but hoping that the padding was able to prevent any serious injury.
It looked like it stung. Hope he's all right. Let's give a shout out to Hatsala
Yay,
for
Kenny!
saving another person. Kenny Landsman.
Doing it every day. The nice thing about Zvi Unger, he's from Oak Park, learned in Near Israel. He's in dentistry. He's actually a dentist.
Did you know that he was in 5 football fantasy leagues this past year?
I did not, but for a dentist, I would think you got to get some more patience, buddy.
Oh, he tries
That's
to
a nice
sneak it
block.
through, but
A
it was
nice
blocked
block.
by the Kagan goaltender.
The Kagan goaltender, whose name, of course, is
Zvi.
Zvi Unger also, we had asked some of the players about some of their strategies towards airing out or deodorizing some of their gear, as you know. And Zvi says that what he does is takes his gloves out and air dries them right away because I think he feels that is the sweatiest, grossest part of all of his gear. I think he's wrong.
He
Katz! Aaron Katz finally gets one to go in the penalty shootout, appearing up 1-0.
Aaron Katz said his favorite thing about hockey is the penalty shootout.
You know, and Aaron Katz also, one of the fun facts about him, he said he lime to score goals. I have to assume he meant he lives to score goals, but either way, he lime.
I mean, yeah, you got to lime and lime hard.
Moshe is going to be going down to do some post-game interviews on the ice with some of those players, many of the winners, maybe even some of the losers.
What does this mean to you? I mean, you're 2-0 now. GGM 2-0. You guys really. Period. I'm sorry. You guys. Period. Last year you were GGM. You're bad at most things. Here. Well, who are some of the stars on your team that really know how to skate? I mean, I know that in your heyday you were quite the hockey player.
Please. If I would get on skates, Hatsala would have something to do with today. So
this is a repeat of last year's championship.
Yeah, it was super intense last year, and I think it took all the entirety of the tournament to the championship game for us to get our own act together. At center ice, what do we got there, Daniel?
Those are the downsy outsies.
The downsy outsies. Everyone's getting all limber, warmed up, getting all their what have yous moving. The situations. Yeah, there we go. They're getting into it. Everyone's got to get limber. We don't want to pull any hammies.
Those starting lineups brought to you by Eisencorp.
Eisencorp is a fantastic company. And when you're thinking about a personal paparazzi, someone who can follow you around, take great pictures of you, think Eisencorp. They'll arrange you with a personal paparazzi that'll really make you feel like a star. Sam, as a hockey player yourself, can you tell us what are some of the things and strategies you look for?
Well, I actually play baseball. I'm not much of a hockey player.
Sam, as a baseball player yourself, what is it that you're looking for in a hockey game? Hockey is quite a snoozer, much like baseball. There's just a lot of time, and it's a lot of like nothing happening.
It ain't golf.
No, it is not.
What grade are you in, first of all?
I'm a junior, 11th grade at Ida Crown Jewish Academy.
So you got one more year after this one, assuming the rest of this year goes well.
Correct.
Right? Lior actually wanted us to refer to him by his better-known nickname, which is Nighthawk.
Wow. Lior Geff's number on his jersey is the same as Moshe Nissenbaum's baseline heart rate.
What is that, 45?
I think it might be.
And when talking to Lior about where he grew up, he credits learning most of what he applies today in life during his time at Wild Rose.
We will always love Camp Krusty.
He also gives credit to the Chuck Ovitsky School of Clean Shaving.
Very important.
Monarch representing a little bit of a darker orange this year than previous years.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's a sentiment on the team, just feeling in general a little bit more out for blood, or if it's just something that someone made a mistake on in the ordering.
Marketing department of Monarch might be having some words here with the printing company. GGM's purple, though, on fire.
What would you call that, eggplant? Sam, talk a little bit about what you're seeing on this. I know hockey is not your primary sport, but if there's anything that you can see just at the beginning of watching this game, so if you're looking at this game here now, are there any things that at first glance you can just look at and say, I can understand certain strategies without knowing the entirety of the game?
Well, it seems like they're playing a little drunk out there, so
What does an X factor actually mean, Sam? Can you tell us what? I hear that a lot, and I don't know what it means.
he's the game changer, sort of.
But why is it an X? Why can't it be like a B factor?
Fill in the blank. It's an X, fill in the blank.
Oh, it's not like it's not like an alphabet letter.
No, I think it's actually algebra.
It's algebra. Very good. X equals. I like that. Thank you.
Yeah, they're the most important variable out there.
Whoa, look at that. Hey, Rabbi Matenki, if you're listening, I'm thinking someone deserves an honors A in mathematics. What math are you in, Sam?
I am in pre-calculus for this year.
My math, it was just called math.
Yeah.
In the UK, they refer to it as maths with an S at the end.
Is that right?
Yeah. You know, you could tell Sookie's not from Chicago because he brought a lot of he brought a lot of ketchup along with the mustard.
I don't know what I would do with ketchup except throw it at players. Are these Romanian hot dogs?
Certainly not.
Once again, Daniel, we'd like to thank our sponsor for the drinks, Schmulik.
Not the sponsor. That's just the guy that brings the drinks.
Oh, yeah. You know, one fun fact about Yehuda Berman, guy knows how to juggle. You know, if you want to send, if you're on GGM and you want to send Mark Halpert a letter of support, he chose number 31 for his jersey because it's the address for his house. So now you know how to find him.
Yes, 31, Chicago, Illinois.
Halpert is a year older today than he was at last year's tournament. He might be sitting on the bench.
You know what GGM stands for? Go get them.
And Mo, you've played in this tournament. You participated in this tournament. What's it like leading up to the tournament and then playing in it?
It's a lot of why did I do this? Why did I sign up for it? A lot of regret on my part. Just, you know, the guys here, they say they're nice, but when they get down to it, they want to win.
Goldberg bringing it up. Nice pass up to his teammate, but sails just wide of the net.
You know, when you say wide of the net, it makes me remember famous saying, if you want to get a goal, you got to get it in the net, not wide of the net.
Right you are, as Carl tries to control it for Monarch.
And someone's got to check on Monarch's goalie. It seems like he's seeing 2 pucks out there as they have an odd man rush right now. Oh,
Sam, you're saying a lot of words that make sense, and I don't understand them.
I think there's a little bit of an intelligence gap right here.
Are you talking about the broadcast booth, or are you talking about the hockey game?
Both.
Thank you.
Sam Gorenstein coming to you live from the RCCS Hockey Classic.
Sam Gorenstein's bringing the heat, and he doesn't care who hears it.
Speaking of bringing some heat, any hot sauce packets downstairs would be helpful for some of these wraps.
There you go.
Manage and grow wealth. GGM. Visit ggmwealthadvisors.com.
That is not the GGM that's sponsored. So, way to go, Noah.
I just read off the prompter.
If your broadcaster made a mistake, call Eisencorp Broadcasting Correction Agency. We'll make sure that your broadcaster is out there ready, making the right moves at the right time. Hey, Eisencorp, don't let your broadcaster do what Noah just did.
GGM Associates.
Shout out to the guys who are ditching yeshiva to play the music in the stadium. Appreciate you.
Not going to shear and playing secular music.
It was time for Monarch to share the throne.
This is the year after the recent loss of the Queen. So it does make sense that's timely for the throne to switch over.
That's deep.
Insightful, no, that's
deep.
really,
That's deep.
that's a very good point. Daniel, do you know what song this is? Very important.
Is it by Kansas?
Oh, come on, Daniel, really? If you've ever been to a concert, not that I have, it is customary, no matter what is playing or who's playing, to yell out Freebird.
Freebird. You did that at the Album Free concert last week.
Sure did. I'm more of a Deddy guy myself.
You're aging yourself.
What is Eisencorp?
Oh, we've been saying it all day.
Because someone saw it on the flyer and asked me, said,
No problem.
I've never heard of this company.
Okay,
I'm
happy to
really
tell you.
curious and asked me kind of a funny question, but
No
do
problem.
you know who the president is?
Yes. So the president of Eisencorp actually should be here soon. She's on her way. But dog owners, you don't have to clean up all those messes in your yard by yourself. Lots of local companies offer to do it. If you're looking to clean up poop, call Eisencorp. We'll come and clean it up for you.
Is there a number for Eisencorp?
There is indeed, but first I want to tell you another industry that Eisencorp's involved in, earwax cleaning. Ear cleaning parlors are more common in places like Tokyo than they are in the States, but Eisencorp is doing it, and they're doing it right.
So basically, Eisencorp will do anything you don't want to do.
Nope, that is not true at all. Eisencorp is a multifaceted import-export company.
Because I imagine like cleaning up dog feces and clearing out other people's ears.
Well, it's about recycle and reuse.
Well, Ari, aren't you doing that every day in your job, Yerucham?
Going to go now live to the GGM bench with Moshe Eisenberg joining us down there. Go ahead, Mo.
Speaking of the GGM bench, this is exciting because I have here Jeff Sachs, who actually built a bench. But more importantly, GGM Monarch, this is a repeat of the championship last year where you guys were ultimately slaughtered. This is payback. I love this. What's happening?
I wasn't here last year.
I was talking to somebody earlier about the cost of some of the equipment. Now, the hockey sticks, he was telling me that some hockey sticks cost upwards of $300. I'm not sure I understand what's going on there. I know there's fiberglass, could be carbon fiber, there's wood. Why would a hockey stick cost anything more than about $1.25?
It's all about the marketing.
It doesn't have to if you don't care about what brand is on there. But once they put those 4 letters or whatever, however long that brand name is, then, it's going to go in the hundreds.
You might be right. I will say the one thing that does not follow those principles is 3-ply TP.
As GGM has done what they said they were going to come and do.
Daniel, 7 seconds left. Any chance they can come back from a 6-1 deficit?
I would not put money on it as GGM closes out Monarch.
This is what I like to see at the end of the game. They come together, the teams give a fist bump, a high five, maybe a pat on the rear, just to say, I support you, I love you, we're here for the real reasons.
I love how the Monarch goalie skated past me like he's the man. I mean, does he not see the score?
There are no better people to hang out with than a Nowitzki. Except maybe you, Daniel.
I'm right here, guys.
Oh, hey, Mo.
You can also send Maishi Nissenbaum a text and tell him that you want a shout-out. And you can text him at all hours of the day. Again, Maishi Nissenbaum, 216-832-7123.
I'm sure he appreciates you broadcasting his number to the millions. And
Millions and millions and millions.
Live on the live stream.
Ian, I want to shout out to Ian, our cameraman. Ian's doing a great job. Ian's been the one that's been telling us when the live stream's working and when it's not.
To be honest, you could do without us talking. You cannot do without Ian's work here. Talented cameraman operating rink number 1, making sure that you guys see every play, all the action, or at least the ones that matter.
Ian, putting the Ian in Are You Seeing This? Was it 10 tournaments in some way?
I can't see how that's not possible.
10 tournaments, and yet, Noah, we've only been part of 3.
It's math. I'm more of a letters guy than a numbers guy, so can't help you there.
The game's competitive. Everybody's having a great time. Monarchs losing. All is right in the world.
Did you try the roast beef downstairs?
Oh, it was the London Broil. That was good. We went from 85 players to 120. This year, Chicago's growing in terms of the amount of money, in terms of popularity. Getting a team from Detroit, last having a team from Minnesota. It's unbelievable.
Well, we wouldn't know from Florida. We weren't invited. But let me ask you a question.
Yeah,
looking at this
I don't know what
$10
$10 million money raised, and yet 3 airline tickets, you couldn't cut it.
Think about where we could have been.
Really. It's Aaron Topper. If you're watching the live stream, Aaron Topper, who is away at a chasana.
Yeah, bro.
I don't know if are you supposed to be dressed like that for the wedding? Does your wife know you're wearing that to the wedding?
Show the camera.
Wow.
Good.
Thursday, I was in the city, and I was scheduled to meet with a player.
When you say the city, you're talking to 3 Chicago guys. So
Yeah,
do you mean
okay.
downtown Chicago.
You mean downtown Chicago?
He was in the loop.
Okay, he was in the loop. Got it. He was
There's
in the
someone
loop.
on the East Coast called Manhattan.
I love it how
I don't know if anybody-
they say I was in the city.
That's
Like there's
it.
only one
That-
city.
There's the city, and then there's out of town.
Right.
Right,
I was
okay,
in the city. Okay.
All right.
Big shout.
So, backtracking. Look, let's start the story again.
You know, the opposite of that is speaking with Avi Zipsener before the game about what he studied in college. He told me how to lose friends and alienate people.
Yeah.
Which is the opposite of that story.
That's right.
Talking to Jason Ashman this past weekend over Shabbos about the number he chose. He chose 9, which is a powerful number, he said. It's not just 1 more than 8. It's 2 less than 11. And, incidentally, 2 more than the days in the week. Very interesting fact. Thank you very much, Jason.
All 4 minutes, 30 seconds to go here in the first period.
Do you have too much time on your hands and too many Netflix series that you need to take up on? Eisencorp full-time Netflix viewer will watch all the shows you need to watch and then give you the rundown so that you don't sound silly at the water cooler the next morning. Eisencorp providing full-time Netflix viewing since 2016.
Actually, also since 2007, interesting fun fact about Jason Ashman is he has not tripped or fallen down since 2007. It's quite a reign he's got going. You know, they're getting destroyed, but they got to keep their spirits up. And one of the ways, actually 2 of the ways in this matter that Jason Ashman motivates his teams and keeps their spirits up, he said, number 1, cuddles. Number 2, massages. Works like a charm every time.
I'm sorry, what was number 1?
You know, we should have played a game, actually, a corporate sponsorship, where I'll throw a name out, and you try to guess what kind of services they offer.
Ooh, I like that.
I don't know if that can go
Could we
over
do
well.
that? Could we do that going forward?
Yeah.
Okay.
How about...
Because I wasn't listening to any
how
of
about
it.
Eisencorp?
Eisencorp, fantastic. Let's see. Are you looking for a drying paint washer?
It's not, that paint won't watch itself dry.
No, it won't. Or a professional snake milker.
All right, Dana, with an opportunity there. If you're looking for the Kagan GGM game, that's happening now on Rink 2. We've got Shy Construction in the yellow going up against the Monarch in the orange. 11 minutes to go here in the second period. 1-0 Monarch.
Some of the pregame rituals that these players have shared with us. But one of them that stands out most has got to be Ezra the Diceman Dykeman. He was saying that he smells his gear before putting it on, and also not eating sushi before. Bad memories of that one.
That is so nasty. I mean, I feel bad that I'm getting tired watching them.
It's hard to talk for 4 or 5 straight games.
It really is, and hockey is probably way more exciting playing it than watching it. I got to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if I had to pick one side, I think broadcasting is.
I'm going
harder.
broadcasting all day.
Yeah. Josh J-Lo London, who says that at the end of every game, he likes to give kids autographs.
He likes to autograph kids.
That's weird. That
Tattoos.
is weird.
Tattoos for everyone.
I know we have people listening from all over the place.
Everywhere.
And one of the things I wanted to mention, something you brought up, Noah, how they wouldn't fly us to Miami.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I mean, thanks, everyone. It's Miami.
Just remember, if you like what you hear here, or if you don't like, either way, support the All-Star Team broadcast booth and send us to Miami next year.
And some more drinks.
It's the live stream Dream Team. And if Maishi's listening, or Shmulik, or Maisha Shmulik, we can use some more Diet Cokes and perhaps a couple wraps.
Abe. Let's talk about Abe. That was a nice little shot there.
That was a nice shot. Nice job, Abe.
Abe's a good man.
Would have been even better if he filled out the survey. Ezra Goldschmidt may have one of my favorite answers of the entire survey when asking what his post-game ritual. He said this: don't have any.
That's very good.
Very helpful.
When you talk about game rituals, I always like to point out my uncle who's sitting here, whose game ritual is to let his beard grow. And he is doing a great job of that.
He's never not done it.
Not a member of ZZ Top, although I know you guys were thinking he was.
Rabbi Eisenberg, can I ask you a question? When you're
you sat here, dude.
When you are,
this is on you.
When you're buying a new or
used
or certified pre-owned vehicle, do you opt to get the extended warranty?
Yes.
Excellent.
Nice game we got going
Wow,
on here.
this is fun. I wish the score was correct, but still fun. It's certainly not 5-0.
Well, I mean, it is now. Numbers don't lie.
It should be 1-1. But that's okay. Again, joined here in booth by my uncle, who is here watching his son-in-law, Dan Rubin, play.
I was actually surprised by the number of people playing in this tournament that work at a company or they themselves provide extended warranties for your vehicle.
Are those people calling me?
Yeah.
Maybe I should take the call.
You should take that call. You should respond. Definitely respond to that text message.
Now I feel bad.
So I want to talk about one moment in the game.
Oh, Lord.
Where Shlomo Daniels, he did one of the dirtiest things you could ever do as a hockey player.
Not wash your gear.
This is next level dirt stuff.
Go to bed without taking a shower.
Let him finish.
He did what is called a fish dive. A fish dive is the dirtiest celly you could ever do. Daniel, do you know what a celly is?
That would be a celebration where I'm from.
That is right. You've been studying up for this.
Shimmy,
looks like number
gross.
12 for tripping. That's the tripping sign, Daniel.
I was about to say that once I got an opportunity to say anything, honestly.
Vrami Trackman also, one of his fun facts is he really loves softly baked Brussels sprouts. I really hope he's washing them 500 times as instructed.
Who doesn't?
Are you allowed to kick it with your skate?
If it bounces off your skate and your skate is moving with your body, then it can still be considered a goal.
It sounds like you know what you're talking about, but it also looks like you're making it up. Interesting fact about Noah Khmirov said he once found $98,000 in a desk.
Wait a minute. That guy's here?
Yeah, he's here. Not the $98,000. He's here.
That's a famous story. That's the guy?
I mean, if this is true, a lot of people lied on their survey.
No.
I assume this is true.
If this is, I'm going to look it up. If this is the guy.
I think I read about this in the news.
Yeah. This is a big story.
I think I heard about this. It was a huge Kiddush Hashem. I remember people sharing the news article.
Wow, it really was.
That's awesome.
In a Craigslist, that was that guy. Oh my God.
I remember this. All right, so we got to get Noah up here to the booth so he can tell a little story about finding $98,000 in a Craigslist desk.
That's crazy.
I am standing here with Eli Leibovitz, a veteran of the tournament, a legend, not just in his mind, but an all Chicago hockey players. Eli, what do you have to say to us about that game there?
Well, it's always tough playing the Ovitskis. They really bring it all. They lay it all on the ice, especially Moshe. A couple cheap shots here and there, but and he missed one real wide to the right. I'll remember that one for a while.
To see that whoever's going to win this has come down to this penultimate game here.
Can you spell penultimate, please?
Sure, P-E-N ultimate.
Well done.
What are you impressed with the actual hockey going on?
Oh, the fact that we've got people from Chicago who are part of the community that actually could play hockey, that's surprising. Well, I got to be honest, there are a couple of guys out here that are a little wobbly that you're like, how in the world is he out there? But you know what? God bless the man. He's a better man than me. I wouldn't be out there right now getting whooped like these guys.
Credit goes to David Gubin, who actually told me that he taught Mark Halpert how to play hockey.
Does Mark Halpert actually know how to play hockey?
It's debatable. Joined by Hotzella member Kenny Landsman. Kenny, how's it been? How's the Hotzella vibe been in this game?
That's been great.
Thank God.
Almost not existent.
One of the things we were commenting is how incredibly slow you guys are on the ice.
What are you talking about? There was just a thing on ring 2. I was at the patient within 15 seconds.
All right, fine.
If I had spikes on my feet, it'd be even quicker.
Luckily for him, the patient went down right by the door to the rink. I want to point out that the live stream is sponsored by Eisencorp. Eisencorp Elevator Inspection. These inspectors make sure your elevators deliver you seamlessly, but their job also goes beyond elevators. The inspectors examine and maintain all lifting and conveying devices. When you think of elevator maintenance, think Eisencorp.
Do you think Blade Against Sports washes the gear before putting it up for sale?
I am certain they do not.
They got to have something that they do. Yes, maybe they have that spray that they have at all the bowling lanes. They just, for the shoes, maybe they just spray everything down. They're making this into a game.
They're not done. They're not done. They're saying Ad Khan, Hakaf Aleph. They're not done. The Gefs are here, and
the Gefs draw a crowd.
The Gefs draw a crowd.
Those are some good-looking men.
Okay.
Let me ask you a question, Daniel. Lior Geft, do you think he sees himself as a hunter or a gatherer?
He is absolutely a hunter.
No question. Absolutely. Shout out to also Sal, who when asked where he finds his inspiration, he claims the RCCS announcers.
Oh, finally.
Some respect.
Some respect.
Now, send us to Miami.
Yeah, you got that? All you guys listening downstairs who came in from Lakewood and Brooklyn. And then let me ask you this question, because I'm just now understanding things.
It's about time.
Our own Katz from Aperion said that all his goals are in honor of Yitzi Rosenblum.
Wow. That is nice.
This is like reading the Liku tape shot team.
Getting some help skating off the ice.
It's rough. Looks like it hurts. Good news is the ice is right there.
Yeah, bad news is, and as I've learned this myself, the ice is hard. There's nothing soft about ice.
But you know what is soft?
There we go.
Moishe Radner wants to give a shout out to Gitti, his wife, the best wife and mother in the whole wide world.
Oh, that is nice.
What a softie.
That is a softie. That's
beautiful.
Nice. Yeah.
Good message. This might be the best one. Lior Geff said first to the broadcasters who take this tournament to the next level. Without you, there is no me. Second, the real winner here, the city of Portland. And third,
absolutely,
to the cheese sauce at Tel Aviv. Buddy, I understand you.
This is a guy, Rabbi Muroff, from Arizona. From Arizona. Rabbi Muroff is known because he was the person playing for RCCS. He was the guy who bought that Craigslist desk and found $98,000 in that desk. This is an unbelievable story, and I'm really excited to meet you in person. Moshe Eisenberg, Noah Mishkin.
Living in Connecticut, and I was looking to buy a new office desk, and we bought a desk on Craigslist. And when we brought it home, it didn't fit into my office, and we had to take it apart. And when we took the top of the desk off, we found in the file cabinet drawers, or behind the file cabinet drawers, was a shopping bag with $98,000 inside.
Unbelievable.
Of course, we called the woman who we bought the desk from.
Hold on. I love what you said. Of course we called. Of course we called. Let me tell you something. I've got friends, myself included, who like to stop at garage sales occasionally, have some fun. So that's basically what you were doing. If you saw something you needed. I love the fact that you said, of course we called. I don't know many people that would be like, of course we called. You found $98,000 with, which technically, from a legal aspect, belonged to you. You bought that desk. Is that correct?
Yeah, that is correct. We bought the desk. We had many people who told us afterwards that from a legal perspective, finders keepers, we bought the desk, and that includes all of the contents of the desk. People told us from a halachic perspective also that they felt they didn't have a chiyuv to return it.
Right.
I feel otherwise.
Right. And I mean, it's unbelievable, the inspiration on this story, which really got national, international news, really. I mean, people were impressed with it. What do you think impressed people the most?
I think a lot of people related to it because it was something that they would have done also.
Right.
They were happy to see from you doing the right thing.
Yeah.
That's what I think. Yeah.
It made a tremendous Kiddush Hashem. It really did. And I'm really happy. It's really cool that you're here.
It's cleared out nicely by the Aperian D.
What does D stand for?
Defense.
Oh, is that 2 words?
It's hyphenated. D.
Got
fence.
it. And then fence. Understood.
Not to be confused with defenestration, which is to throw something out of a window.
That's the back of the net. That doesn't count.
No, it doesn't. I learned that the hard way.
The Chicago Classic, almost $680,000 from just this Chicago Classic tournament. I'm not pointing fingers or anything, but I can see that the Florida Classic was, noticeably behind the Chicago Classic. I can't help but wonder if they had the Dream Team Stream Team down there, would they have raised more money than they did? Just wondering.
I think
up
we
to Unger.
know the answer to that. I'll tell you, these goalies' fees have been really fantastic. Svika, the goalie, has been amazing on both ends.
Is Svi the goalie kind of like Zach the Baker?
It's like Zach the Baker, yep.
Aperian able to clear it all the way around. Let's see, could that keep going? No.
It would have.
It would have gone pretty far, though.
It might have. And then would it still be icing if it went all the way around and back?
Icing.
I don't know.
The other way.
That's how it works.
A double icing violation?
By the way, I figured out why they call it.
Producer Ian, he is saying no, that would not be the case.
I figured out why they call it icing, and Ian can confirm. It's when you ice a cake, you put the frosting all the way around the cake, and therefore it's got to be the same thing. Ian's nodding his head. He thinks it might be possible.
Checks out.
Fantastic.
Looking for that MVP of the tournament's got multiple goals throughout this day already.
How many?
Be nice to know, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Where's Shlomi when you need him? I still don't know. Maybe our producer could find out exactly why they're here or who they're going for. Into it. Let's see how many do the YMCA. That's going to be interesting too.
I'll bet it's 3 people. We've got a lot of enthusiasm right now with the YMCA, but I think I'm going to be right. I actually should have gone with 1, not 3, if we're playing by Price is Right rules. That's close to, but not over.
If they change it to the YTT, would that have?
There you
changed
go.
it?
Well done, Daniel. Play-by-play with a sense of humor.
I'm out.
Daniel's allowed 1 funny comment per game,
and that was it.
You hit his quota.
It's about time.
Daniel, what's your trick for seeing who it is down there when they've got the puck? I can barely read a name. Sometimes I can see a number. I don't know what's going on.
I'm hoping that the people watching at home have the same vision as you do.
Let's hope that the bandwidth is low and that it's a little bit grainy.
The kids seem to be shouting something up towards us.
I don't know what they're saying, but I like
out what it is. But
They're actually, this is kind of rude, they're actually cheering Detroit go home.
Oh, well, they've got a lot of heart.
Yeah, they got a lot of something. I think it's energy.
I think it's a lot of sugar.
Somebody get these kids like a TV or something.
Right now is when they could use a little bit of inspiration, and asking Tzvi Unger where he gets his inspiration from. He says from Rabbi Sachs, Zecher Tzadik Livracha. Different from that might be asking Shlomo Radner, who says from other people's tears.
Okay, maybe we all want Detroit to go home.
Not there, another shot.
There.
Goal! Shlomo Daniels with the goal!
I think I said this. I think I called it. Shlomo Daniels wanted that first goal. Did I not say that? And I got to tell you, I really feel like the Tony Romo of this broadcast at this point, because everything I say is happening.
Right you are, Moshe Eisenberg.
David Rosenfeld was telling me earlier that he has a picture with Carey Price. So if you don't know, an NHL player who played for the Montreal Canadiens, he has a professional photograph with Carey Price taken by a professional photographer. And unfortunately, Price's head was cut off in the photo.
Man, that's horrible. Golly. Also, I feel like if they're going to tell someone something, those guys in the booth are the wrong people to tell.
No goal. Wow. No goal is the call.
After reviewing the play.
Well, I'll tell you, these guys are excited about it. The towel guys.
Aperian not
very
happy
friendly.
with that.
A very friendly group. A very friendly group of kids. Detroit go home. It's very friendly.
This year's Mitos Award brought to you by Eisencorp.
Wherever.
There's a shot on goal, just wide.
Wow, I thought that was in.
That's called depth perception.
It sure is. I don't have any.
Third period underway.
You almost said third of period.
It's been tough, honestly. Shlomo Daniels now.
Man, he's got some great footwork.
It's fancy footwork.
Fancy feast.
Hey, there you go. Speaking of which, I understand the players' dinner is going to be quite the fancy feast.
Moshe Radner from Perion down by 1. He said he's never won a color war in camp ever, and he's been on 14 different color war teams. If he loses this, I just don't know how he's going to handle it. Do you think these guys sharpen their skates more than they sharpen their knives in their kitchen?
Absolutely they do. Absolutely they do.
Do you think they use their skates more than their knives?
Absolutely they do.
Do you think any of these guys cook?
You know what? I bet Radners cook. I bet the Radners cook.
For a massage therapist to be with you, Kagan did have a massage therapist with them throughout the entire tournament. Perion did not.
I was going to say it's a leg up, but really it's a leg down.
There you go. It's a leg squeezed.
Adam Kirshner's pregame ritual, checking out the penalty box, knowing he's going to be spending a lot of time in there and looking for a couple of snacks in case he gets hungry.
Adam Kirshner may be the funniest person in this tournament.
Have you not been listening to Daniel Rosenthal?
Adam
Right you are.
Kirshner is indeed the funniest person in this tournament. Wow.
Slippery out there.
Can't help but think that if they actually flew us to Miami, we'd be more prepared for this.
Right you are.
I'm going to throw out a number, Moshe. Tell me if you think you can guess what it represents.
Okay.
700,000.
I'm going to guess it's the amount of gallons of water taken to make this ice rink.
It could be. I don't know if that's wrong.
Oh.
But I will say it was how much RCCS raised in 2018.
Come on.
I have to assume that besides for raising funds, helping families, there are 2 other very important goals that they're going to try to meet this year, Moshe. The first is probably, most likely, sending us to Miami for that tournament.
It's definitely something that they should be focusing on already.
And the second goal is creating and therefore sending us to a West Coast tournament.
Yeah, I don't know if there is a West Coast tournament.
Not yet.
But there definitely should be.
That's why it's a goal.
That's right. It should be a goal.
Kagan on their way to their first ever RCCS championship game.
Seriously, he didn't say right you are that many times, but this championship game thing has to stop.
That's his new thing.
I don't like it. I prefer right you are.
It's his new thing.
This is a tradition that dates back to the 1840s when the trophy was something nobody wanted to touch because it was laced with some sort of chemical, and they would just say, you hold it, no, you hold it.
It's called hot potato.
We truly appreciate being part of it on the live stream. Kagan is your 2023 RCCS Hockey Classic Champions of the World.
Thanks, Daniel. That was some good.
The final word.
Also want to give a shout out to Adam Kirshner, who had the most penalty minutes of the tournament. I think it was 12. Way to go, Adam. You're the man. We expect nothing less.
Operating the camera, watching the puck, it might seem easy, but it is far from easy. You need to understand the game. You need to understand where you need to be looking, but also you got to be focused on the entire game the whole time. It's exhausting. So, Ian, thank you so much for all the great work that
Ian actually said that in one of the tournaments, he's actually filmed a lot of tournaments, and this was the most fun he's had with a broadcasting team ever. So, Ian, you got to get out more. That's all I have to say. I'm happy you guys decided to do this again. It's always a pleasure to be with you.
It's great to be here. If you guys like what you heard, tips are not required, but they are appreciated.
And recommended. Hey, it's always a blast. Appreciate you guys doing it.
That's it, guys, for the RCCS Tournament 2023. We will see you next year.